All right, as many of you have probably noticed, as far as my target situation goes, I usually just shoot cardboard that I spray paint, just random scrap cardboard. It's a little jank, but the nice thing about it is that it's been free. However, recently a generous donor has given me some nice actual USPSA targets. So to celebrate that, I thought I'd do my first ever legitimate bill drill. My goal for this bill drill, it's probably not gonna be fast, but I would like to get everything in the A zone. How far bill drill is supposed to be, I think it's 7 yards. Mine's about 9 paces, whatever that is. So a little bit illegitimate, but we'll go for it. Not too bad for first bill drill. A little lower. I actually might have been aiming a little low now that I realize where the A zone actually is, but all in the A zone. I don't have a shot timer, so I don't know how fast that was, but I do know I would like it to be faster. And I would like to suck that group in. This isn't too bad. That's a little bit far out, but we'll get these off and go again. So bring it up, tighten, get it faster. Let's do it. All right, switch up the camera angle because I didn't realize that nobody could see jack all. That's my bad. That already looks pretty shit, but well, what can you do? All right, there's no real improvement there. No point in showing it yet, but we'll just keep going. I feel like this is the first time I'm really learning what height over bore really means. Now that I have an actual target with an actual A zone, and just seeing how much difference there is in my point of aim and my point of impact. So that's interesting to learn for myself and my rifle, and be fun to learn that and overcome that. So let's go again. This is my last 6 in the magazine. We'll pump one more and then go take a look at the target. Seems like it might not be too bad. So these are what our shots are looking like. Not too bad. Got a little scary there, but we kept it mostly contained. Not the best group though, I won't lie. I would like to get that better. I drew this little X just to give myself like a point of aim in this sea of beige cardboard. And like I said, talking about point of aim, point of impact, this is my point of aim. My point of impact, my group is mostly a little bit lower than that. Some of these shots might have been pulled up from recoil. That one of the last ones I did try to aim a little bit higher, and I did get some shots right there in the X. I was using the LPVO for those. It's not super high above the bore axis. Oh, maybe 2 inches, but I mean, it is definitely reflecting there for sure. I think run it back with the offset red dot and we'll see how we perform there. I apologize, I can't decide where I want to shoot footage from, so we're gonna keep changing up the angle here. I don't even know if I'm in camera right now, but hey. Again, probably gonna use the dot and just try that out. I don't know why my earbuds are giving me all sorts of grief today that they don't normally do. It's kind of deafening, but. So my offset red dot is quite a bit higher than the LPVO. This one's closer to 3 inches from the barrel. And it definitely is reflective there. Definitely the shots are quite a bit lower than they were with the LPVO. But yeah, like I said, something new to learn and something to overcome there. So a buddy of mine recently got an FRT, and he replaced obviously the selector switch. He had a nice Radian Talon, offered up to me for a pretty good deal. Just running a mil-spec, single side, safety selector. And I gotta say, I've been enjoying the Radian, the Ambi. I have used Ambi safety selectors in the past. It seemed like they're kind of getting in the way of that trigger finger when you're going to select it. haven't really noticed it here. And he told me I need to try the 45-degree throw, and decided to listen to him, and you know, it's been good. It's actually been pretty good. It's been pleasant, so appreciate him on that, and it's been fun to shoot. Let's go another one. A little bit slow, wasn't a fan of that. Something was feeling off as I was pulling up. Running back, I guess. My first Charlie, I think. Rough. Yeah, first Charlie of the day. That's sad. Looks like my group I'm overcoming the height over boar, and my group is pretty nicely on the X. That one was down and left. Looks like I just overcompensated on the recoil management, or just took too long on my shot and pulled down too far. So something to keep in mind now. Check it out. Yeah, pretty good. We got that one Charlie. Dang. We're having such a good run there. There's one thing that I need to look into and learn, but I don't know how they count line breaks in ISPC or IPSC and USP. Holy shit, USPSA. I had a couple line breaks, so I don't know if those count as alphas or Charlies. I do know when I did precision rifle shooting competitions back in the day, and they counted line breaks to the upper number, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining that well at all, but like I said, I don't know how it counts here, but we'll say for our sake, it needs to be better. Let's just not even have that be a question, you know? I'm actually pretty happy with that. I didn't think I was gonna do horrible. I've been shooting this gun for pretty consistently for a couple of years now, so I hope I'd at least do all right, at least mid. But I'm actually pretty happy with this. If I could get that sucked in, I'd be even happier. I guess that's on me though, so just take some time for it. Oh, man down, man down. So I said a goal of mine was to squeeze my groups down, get them tighter. So I'm gonna throw a sticky note up on here to give myself a smaller target, to really force myself to get those groups in. I actually saw this on an Instagram video and I kind of liked it. Sticky notes. I like things that are not too expensive, and you get a lot of these. I'll do one for the LPVO, one for the offset, and just see, do a mag each probably, and just see how many shots I can keep in the sticky note, and just kind of force myself to go down. First ones I'll take nice and slow, get that drilled down, and then we'll pick up the pace. Go LPVO first. I'll go for the long one. Yeah, I made a mistake there. Good group. Did not account for the height over bore. All my shots are low. None of them in the sticky note. All of them about an inch or two below the sticky note. And another Charlie. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna fix our mistake from before, and we're gonna account for the height over bore and get those shots in the sticky note this time. That's looking better. Let's go again. No messing around. Little squirrely there. Didn't love that. Go again. Take a moment to examine our shots, come up with a plan for the next, so we really utilize this practice time. So here are our shots. Like I said, my first 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Forgot to account for height over bore. Pulled them all down. Another Charlie. The next ones I adjusted my point of aim to around right here, and we got a lot more, and I think we shot 18 shots, so they're the first 6. And so this is really good. That's 7 shots right there. that's pretty good. I don't know why they're all there on the left side, but that was a good group. That's good data. Well, our 16 shots are all right around there, which is pretty good. Oh, that's counted for. We're getting convoluted here. I'm convoluted. Whatever. I think I just need to throw another 6 and see where we're looking. I guess I already shot 4 times. So there's 24 over there. That makes more sense. Gotta get better at counting for that. Let's take a look. So our 6 shots are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Not bad. It's definitely getting better, getting tighter. Let's try for the offset. Well, guys, I guess I accidentally hit end record when I thought I hit record, but I did 3 sets with the offset bill drill. Something about turning over into that offset really gives like a good strong weld, shoulder weld. Just makes managing the recoil feel so much better. Again, another Charlie, the curse. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I think I overcompensated for the height over bore on that one. I think I remember which one that was actually. But this group is looking pretty good. Better than this one. Like I said, I think the recoil management when I turn it over my shoulder is just a little bit better. So that group can stay tighter. 12, 13, 14, 16. Less than 2. Must have shot through the same hole. Just kidding. Anyway, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. I got 12 more rounds, so do it twice more and try to speed it up a little bit. All right, let's actually hit record this time and run it back. And I got 12 shots, so we're gonna do it 2 more times and probably just go for it and then examine the target after. I like. That's all she wrote. Let's take a look. Yeah, we kept our group pretty tight. I like that a lot. Let's see if we count 12 here. And 12. Very nice. Not the best ever, but what I love to see is that this little group is definitely improved from the start there. So that's what we hope to get here. Just end the session a little bit better. Ammo is expensive, so I hate to come out here, dump 4 mags, and not see any improvement. So that's a good sign. Now we'll get into the harder stuff. Let's see how we can run it with a pistol. See how that goes. So moving on to the pistol, I don't have a lot of ammo and I don't have a lot of money for ammo. So what I like to do is usually break out the 22, shoot a few mags with it, just because it's cheaper and I got a lot more of it. Just make sure my trigger finger's down, my grip is down before I start getting into the 9mm. I've got a gong out there about, that's 10, maybe 30 yards. So let's make sure the trigger finger's down and then move over to some bills with the 9. Practice the 22, we're gonna move to the bill drill with the 9. I moved the cones up a little bit closer to the 7-yard mark just because I'm not the best pistol shooter and I want to make sure I can utilize these shots and get info on where I'm at. Didn't seem super useful to have it farther back, but here we go. First time, same goal as with the rifle. I just like my first ever bill drill shots to all be in the A zone. So we'll take it nice and easy, make sure our shots are good. So here we go. So those first shots, elevation-wise, were all good. But two of them were in the A zone, 4 of them were to the left in the C. So my trigger pull, I think, is good. I'm not pulling down, I'm not flinching my shots, and I'm not overcompensating that recoil. But that leftward pull tells me I think something with my grip is off. So we're gonna go again and see. All right, let's fix that grip. All right, I just had to show this because I am quite happy with the improvement here. That's my group. These are my first ones. And this was all this last group. So let's do it again. I just shot 12. I've got 3 more in this magazine. I've got another magazine. So we're gonna have to do a 3R3, I guess. Ooh, one really bad shot. Here we go again. So I shot about, oh man, 70 shots, 70, 80. Mostly in the A zone. Had 9 Charlies, not too bad. I noticed at the beginning I had this weird, my elevation's been pretty good this whole time. I kind of mentioned it before. Elevation wise, pretty good. A little bit low in the A zone, but I think that was more so just because of where I was aiming. I need to get used to aiming higher, I guess, for those shots. But elevation wise, pretty good. A couple pulls there, but I think my trigger pull is pretty good. I'm not dragging those shots down or flinching it. There was, like I said at the beginning, a weird leftward shift in my first few shots. I kind of fixed it. That next one, I got 6 shots right in that group. Pretty happy about that. But I had to kind of fix it and pull those in a little bit, and still seeing slight leftward shift in my shot, the trends of my shooting, which, like I said, I don't think that's a trigger pull issue. I don't think I'm pulling down. I think that's more so a grip issue and how I'm gripping the gun. And it honestly could be part of the trigger pull, but more so how my grip shifts as I pull that trigger. Seems to kind of pull it that way. That is something to work on, I guess. Yeah, get to that.